Hey nerds, welcome to a tailored collection channel where we are going to take a look at episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Hot Toys, Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker. And what a fun one this is going to be, especially adding it to the episode 2 collection with the Artisan Obi-Wan that released a few weeks ago, and I was able to pre-order him. These two together are going to be pretty sweet. He's spinning on the turntable right now, but let's get this off and take a closer look real quick. Coming down to the box, it's a typical Star Wars style box that we got with the gray and the black. A couple of 20-year anniversaries for episode 2 logos that they've included on here. We're going to see that on the actual box here in a second as well. Taking a look at the back, we got the usual partnerships, legal information, warnings, all that good stuff. You can take pause and read up if you'd like to. But getting the slipcover off, this is the true artwork of the box for sure. Got that Kenner style logo here on the sides and an awesome picture of the figure on the front as well. I really like the silver accents that they've added for like the Hot Toys symbol and the episode 2 anniversary logo. Pretty sweet there. But taking a look here, it's pretty glary, but we can kind of see what the figure looks like on the inside if you guys do display with your figures in box. I don't know who does that with 1/6 scale figures, but you can also open it up here and get a better full look at the figure and everything it comes with if you like to display them with your box. I mean, at least they give you an option there. The typical Geonosis like backgrounds on the sides as well, with a couple other pictures of the figure. But unboxing him now, I'm going to take a look at this guy and see what he's about. Getting these dang stickers off is always the hardest. Couple accessories, hands, the illuminated lightsabers, and on the back he's got his cape taped to the underside of the box there. Getting the clam tray open, making sure nothing pops on out and falls all over the floor. Here he is. Very cool. Very, very cool head sculpt. I really like it. I think a lot of people online initially when it first came out, I mean, there's always going to be a dip in prototype to final product, but I mean, this is awesome. This is, you know who it is right away. It's Anakin Skywalker from episode 2. And now on to his accessories. We got the cape, a cloak, if you will. I call it a cape because it doesn't really have arm slots. You'll see it later. Bendable wires on the tabards, thankfully bendable wire on the hood, but we're going to take a look at that on the figure a little bit later here. Coming up to the base, love this base. Super great. I really like this mold. Paint applications are perfect. I mean, it's just different from what we usually get with the, classic Death Star looking base that comes with almost every Star Wars Hot Toys. I mean, I think they already got the mold for this. I think they could include it into the rotation for a few more figures for sure. And you even got these added on little bits for some extra flair that I thought at first were magnetized, but they definitely are not magnetized. They just hang on to the side right there whenever you want to pose them up with them. They're super easy to move around as well, so you can move it on any side of the base. But very cool addition. I do love this base a lot. Moving over to blades. Blades saturation is a little bit better from some other Jedi figures that we got. This green one is a little bit more saturated in person than the blue one for sure, but both are a little bit better than we've previously gotten. The swooshing fan-like blades, pretty cool. Rather have them than not have them. I think you're going to hear me say that a lot throughout this video. But we also got the illuminated blade hilts, rather. that are almost exactly the same quality as the small ones, but they plug into this junction box here, and then they come with clips, one that you can hold onto his base, another one that clips onto his belt. His robotic arm got this chopped off in episode 2. Then we see him at the end getting married to Padme, holding up his golden hand to grab hers. But very nice detail. No articulation in the hands though. Now the two regular blades here, again, the saturation's a little bit better, but I think they've gone kind of frosty with the blades so that the light will shine through a little bit better. And coming up to the hilt that Anakin gets during the arena scene from a couple other Jedis, because he lost his other one and it was cut in half, but the detail on this is just amazing. Paint applications, I mean, it looks like metal. You can see that seam down the middle, but you won't be able to see that when he's holding it in his hand. Pommel section, pretty cool, and then blade port at the top there. And then Anakin's reminiscent hilt for his foreshadowing, I should say, for his hilts to come. Pretty awesome. Detail is just amazing at this scale. And then we get two cover tech clips, one long enough so that you can hold it in his cover tech clip on his belt. The other one is a shorty one that won't be able to hang on the belt, but is supposed to be used if you want to hold it in his hand. But to be honest, I just always use the longer one anyway. Coming up to hands, got two closed fist hands. Here's the left one, or the right one here. Detail, skin texture, awesome. I mean, you know what to expect now. Thankfully, there's pairs for each style, each gesture of hands. We got this like force pushing one, force grabby even a little bit, but the vein works on these hands, you can see them right there. It's so cool. Very detailed. You can even see like on the thumb there, that wrinkling. Coming back up top, getting him on the turntable here. This is awesome. This figure is just super cool, man. I am really happy I was able to pick him up. He's not perfect, he's got some problems, some things that could have been done better, could have been done differently probably. But overall, I am super happy with this pickup, especially like I was talking about, adding him to the episode 2 collection. Having him pose with maybe Dooku, and then eventually that artisan Obi-Wan from episode 2. Super cool. He is not without his flaws. Some things could be better, but overall, huge win on this guy. Proportions are awesome, head sculpt is awesome, but let's dive a little bit deeper. Getting up close and personal now. Man, this figure is awesome. I've already said it, but it is awesome. I really like it. The cut and sew, the head sculpt, just how the outfit looks. I mean, it's a Jedi. It's Anakin Skywalker. What more do I need to say? Let's take a look at the outfit a little bit more closely, though, and see what's going on with that. Coming up here, we got a couple different layers of fabric, his under tunic, over tunic, and then tabards underneath those. And then these cuff or forearm bandages, essentially, only go up to his bicep. They're not a full sleeve or a full shirt underneath, so it's better for posing. And then thankfully down at the cuffs, it's also nice, really suede fabric, but down at the cuffs you got a wire so you can pose it, bend it, make it look like it's flowing a little bit more naturally. There's a good comparison right there. That side's not wired. not posed, I should say, rather. But yeah, really like that. Thankfully, it makes the figure look 10 times better when you just pinch him at the back and make sure that the fabric looks like it's flowing naturally. The bottom tabards aren't wired. The top parts are. I don't know why they did that, but that's the case. Down to the pants, full fabric pants, and then pleather boots. We'll get into those in just a second, though. Like I was saying, full wired top tabards, even though they're like all one piece, the bottom ones are not. Coming down to the boots, I really like the look. I mean, they're very similar to his episode 3 look, but they're pleather, man. They're all pleather. Thankfully, personally, I haven't had any flaking, breaking, tearing, anything like that with my other Star Wars Hot Toys pleather boots, but it's a thing. Full tread at the bottom, sculpted in, thankfully. The only thing I really don't like about these is the articulation. There's really not a whole lot of articulation. I mean, these cut and sew is just amazing. Really, they look phenomenal. But could Hot Toys have sculpted them out of plastic? Yes, because I mean, you can see here. I'm going to show you a little bit. The articulation is not good. You barely get any movement forward, back, side to side. Barely any. I'm trying to show you as best I can here, but it's like that. That's it, right there. That's forward and back. Side to side is like nothing. And then the more you try and move it, the worse off the pleather will be in the long run. So get it in the pose that you like and try to leave it there. Coming up to his belt is pleather as well. It looks amazing. It really does. You know, that belt looks like it's full metal. It's just sculpted plastic. All the like pouches are sculpted plastic, painted to look like one-to-one Jedi belt accessories. Velcro at the back, so you could remove this and take off his cummerbund as well. But yeah, like they don't open, those pouches on the side not open, but this belt looks great. It is just made of pleather. Like I was telling you guys earlier, the top part of these tabards are wired, so you can shape them on the shoulders and close to his chest to sell the pose a little bit better. I just don't know why the bottom parts of the tabard aren't wired. They're one full piece. It seemingly seems harder to add wires to just the top part and not the bottom. But here we are, the head sculpt. I love it, man. Personally, I love it. In hand, it looks a little bit better than photos or video is gonna do. I think that's the case with everything you do get in hand. But I mean, that turn right there, definitely tell you got the Jedi braid coming down the back as well, just made of PVC plastic, soft plastic, so it's not gonna break on you at all. Look at that, man. The skin texture is great. It is a little soft. It's just because he's younger, man. I mean, can't do nothing about that, but it is very well painted. Even on the forehead, he's got sculpted in like baby hairs. So from a distance, it looked like the baby hairs are kind of frizzing out. Really well done. That sells the hair more than you think it would. I mean, I really like this head sculpt, man. It is one of the better ones I have in my collection for sure. And it even has moving eyes. There is a seam to take off the back headpiece, and it looks pretty ugly on camera. In person, I honestly didn't even know where it was when I first got the figure and was looking for it, but you can stick your finger easily inside here and move those peg ports around to get those eyes in the position you want them. And look at that. I know side eye is basically either you're gonna have them looking off to the left or looking off to the right, and oh man, we love it. Now, getting this robotic arm on, here he is with it on. It's okay. It's not the greatest. It can rotate, 360 degrees around, but the fingers can't. They're not articulated. It's not the great. I mean, and to get it on, it feels like I'm gonna break the whole dang figure. Feels like I'm gonna rip off the whole arm when I try to take off his stock one with the bandages on. This is, I might, put it in this pose from like time to time, sticking by Dooku, but right there, you have to hold on so tight to try to get that arm off and switch it in. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Now here is his other arm, so that this is what it looks like just out. Just like his robotic one does. That's the port. That's the peg that goes into the port in his bicep. It is terrible. It is terrible. I don't know why this is the solution they want for a swap out arm, but I think, a magnet like for that port thing would be awesome. But yeah, like again, I said you can move the bandages down to hide that wrist peg too. And looking at the LED lightsabers, honestly, it is a step up. We're going to take a look though, do it with the camera lights on, and then take a look what they look like off. Right there on Anakin's hilt, I don't know if you guys could see that, but there is a little like paint blemish. It's like the silver paint kind of got wiped away somehow. Not a deal breaker, it's going to be in his hand anyway, but here we go. Lights on. And let's see what they look like. There they go. I mean, with the light on, not great. You can see it light up. It does get a little bit dimmer towards the middle. Not on camera. You can't really see that much. And then they're fully lit at the top. But these base hilt sabers are just kind of hard to work with, especially with all this freaking wiring. There they go again. With the lights off, 100% better. They shine a blue or a green shadow on the background there or on your hand. It does look a lot cooler. You kind of just have to mess with all the wires. Taking a look at Anakin in his robe, this is the best I could do. It's too bulky. The wires do help, and it is wired on the backside, on the front tabards, on the hood. Thankfully, all that helps. You're gonna have to spend a long time with them if you want it to look super great. Now let's do some comparisons, some side-by-sides. This is Episode 2 Anakin on the left, Episode 3 Anakin on the right. This is my original one that I picked up when it went back on sale in the day. Had them ever since. No real pleather issues. I live in a dry humidity place, and thankfully no real issues there, but huge step up for sure between these two Anakins. And now getting these two rivals in the mix. Mace Windu looking pretty good. I mean, I'm not thrilled about this head sculpt, honestly. I don't think anybody is, but it's better than nothing. I'd rather have it than not have it. Pretty cool having these two side by side as well. I mean, both from Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, so they might be going next to each other in the collection. We will see. And none other than Obi-Wan battle damaged Darth Vader standing next to Episode 2 Anakin. This guy I had to move the camera because he's so big. But I love the detail on this Darth Vader. I've had to switch him up a couple times because I recently got the Return of the Jedi one as well, but that's why he's wearing the battle damage stuff. This comparison is awesome. Wrapping up on everything here, I do really like this figure. There's not a whole lot that would set this off as a no-get. You want this figure. Even with that, sculpted hair Episode 2 Obi-Wan, If you got the artisan or getting that one, these two are gonna go so good together. You don't get a lot of accessories. The base is awesome. Cloak could be better, but it is, you know, good for what it is. I'd rather have it than not have it. You just got to take a while to really dial in that pose with the cloak, but we got it. So definitely gives you something else to work towards, for posing wise at least. But yeah, man, this one, the tailoring, cut and sew is just awesome. Head sculpt, amazing. I really do like it. In person, it's awesome. The sculpted baby hairs on like the forehead just below his hair, I mean, it sells that look, especially from far away. It is super cool, very well done. Paint apps, everything. I also really like that his arm bandages, as I call them. I like how they can come down to his wrist, so you can do a pretty good job of hiding that wrist peg as well. But all the wires in the costume, the only thing, no wires in the bottom parts of the tabards. Would have really liked that. Still got some pleather, boots, and belt, but overall, this sure is a heck of a piece. Very glad I was able to pick him up and add him to the collection. So yeah, with that, guys, thank you all for watching. Take care.